Everyone in my family knew my boyfriend got my best friend pregnant except me. When my mom called me selfish for asking her to stay with me instead of going to celebrate the birth, I packed my bags and disappeared. 15 years later, they found me and expected me to forgive them. I was 22 when it happened. I'd been with Ray for 4 years. High school sweethearts, moved in together at 20, talked about getting married by 25. My best friend Danielle was in my life even longer. We met in the 3rd grade. She was at every birthday, every holiday, every family dinner. My parents loved her. My mom used to joke that Danielle was her second daughter. Looking back, the signs were obvious. Ray started working late 3 or 4 nights a week. Danielle stopped answering my calls on weekends. When I asked either of them about it, they both gave me the same line: busy with work. I believed them. Then Danielle got pregnant. She was 5 months along when she told the family. Not me. The family. My mom knew. My dad knew. My older brother Nolan knew. My Aunt Rita knew. Everyone sat with that information for weeks and said nothing to me. I found out by accident. I overheard my mom on the phone with Aunt Rita planning a baby shower. She said Danielle's name, then Ray's. I stood in the hallway and listened to my own mother talk about how exciting it was that Ray was going to be a father and how she hoped the baby would have his eyes. She laughed. She sounded happy. She was planning a celebration for the woman who slept with my boyfriend while I was working overtime to save for a ring. I walked into the room and asked her what she was talking about. She froze. Then she tried to explain. We didn't want to hurt you. We were going to tell you when the time was right. I asked her how long she'd known. She looked away. A few weeks. It was 2 months. I called Ray. He picked up on the first ring like he'd been waiting for it. He said it just happened. He said he still loved me. He said Danielle meant nothing. I hung up and called Danielle. She cried and told me she was sorry, that it was a mistake, and that she hoped we could get through it. I didn't respond. I sat on the edge of my bed and called my brother. He said he didn't want to get involved. I asked him how long he'd known. He said a month. A month of sitting across from me at Sunday dinners knowing my boyfriend got my best friend pregnant and saying nothing. The worst part came 2 days later. Danielle went into early labor. My mom got the call and started grabbing her coat. I told her I needed her. I was falling apart. I hadn't slept. I hadn't eaten. I needed someone in my family to choose me for once. She looked at me and said, "Don't be selfish. A baby is being born. This is bigger than your feelings right now." She left. My dad drove her. Nolan went with them. My entire family went to the hospital to welcome the baby that my boyfriend made with my best friend, and I sat alone in my apartment. That was the night I decided. I packed one bag. I drained my savings from the joint account Ray and I shared, which was $6,200, all mine from working double shifts at the clinic. I got in my car at 3 a.m. and drove. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. I turned off my phone and dropped it in a gas station trash can 2 states away. I ended up in a small town in Oregon, got a job at a vet's office, rented a studio, built a life from nothing. I changed my number. I deleted every account. I didn't contact a single person from my old life, not once in 15 years. I'm 37 now. I became a licensed veterinary technician. I bought a house. I got married to a man named Joel who treats me like I matter. We have a son. His name is Caleb and he's 6. My life is good. It's the kind of good that only happens when you cut out everything that was making it bad. They found me through a cousin who ran into someone from my town at a conference. My mom got my address. She showed up at my door on a Tuesday morning. I almost didn't recognize her. She looked older, tired. She started crying the second I opened the door. "We've been looking for you for years. Please let me explain." I didn't let her in. She stood on my porch and talked. She said Ray and Danielle broke up when the kid was 3. She said Dad had a health scare and it made everyone rethink things. She said the whole family regretted what happened and wanted me back. I asked her one question. "Did you ever once, in 15 years, think that maybe you should have stayed with me that night instead of going to that hospital?" She opened her mouth, then closed it, then opened it again. "We thought you'd get over it." I nodded. "I did get over it. That's why I left." She asked to meet Joel and Caleb. I said no. She asked if we could rebuild things. I said there was nothing to rebuild. I closed the door. I've been home for 15 years. They just weren't in it.